This video is performing a bin transfer in the WMS mobile device. We do have a separate video that looks at performing a bin transfer in the UI, but for the purposes of today, we're just going to be focusing on the mobile device. So in the administrator role on my dashboard, to get to the mobile device, I'm going to go to Setup, Custom, Mobile App. Keep in mind, right, this navigation pane might look a little different depending on the role you're in and permissions that you have. And we also have what's called a mobile login URL, which is what we make use of for material handlers or anyone using a mobile device. They can easily access this URL, so they don't really have to go through this entire pane in a really, really small screen. So when I open the mobile app, what it does is it's going to open this in a widescreen, but keep in mind, right, this would be on the screen about the size of your phone. So what we're in right now is called the SCM Mobile, or the Supply Chain Management Mobile App, and that's NetSuite's way of combining all the supply chain related apps into one place. So we have Ship Central, we have a Smart Count Suite app, which we'll look at in future videos, and we have WMS, which we'll focus on today. When I click that, it's going to bring me to a list of warehouses that I can select. If my employee record has me assigned to just one warehouse, I won't see this list. I'll just be brought directly into the warehouse that I'm assigned to. So I'm going to select the Chicago warehouse, and when I do that, this brings me to a page where I can look at all of the different types of activities we can perform in a warehouse, right? We can perform receiving activities, picking activities, what we like to call miscellaneous movements or inventory, and then vendor returns. So for today, we're going to select inventory. Those are all of our bin transfers, our inventory status changes, replenishment, and we have this fun little create inventory button, which we usually recommend to hide here because we don't want anyone, accidentally chewing up any cycle counts by creating inventory out of nowhere. So for today, we're going to select bin transfer. When I do that, NetSuite's going to ask me for a bin or an item, right? If I have sufficient barcoding and labeling, what I can do is I can scan that bin or I can scan that item. I can type that in here, or I can also go to search to try to find the item that I want. And I click enter, right? It brings me, for this item, here's the bins and the quantities that I have available. NetSuite's next going to ask me for a bin. So physically, I would walk up to that bin, I'd scan that bin barcode. I could type in the bin number here that I want, or I can additionally select the bin from this list. And it's going to ask me for a lot number because this item is lot tracked. It's going to break out for each lot number what the status and the quantity is. If I wanted any additional columns, I could select this button here and add an expiration date or do some sort of sorting. And as always, I can click this to sort the lot numbers as well. So for today, I'm going to use this lot number. Again, if I had a barcode on that pallet or item label on the box, I can scan that. Otherwise, I can type it in or select it here. Now it's going to remind me my inventory status is good, and it's also going to ask me what quantity I want to go ahead and move. NetSuite's also going to ask me for the to bin, right? Physically, I'd walk up to that bin, I'd scan that bin barcode and drop the inventory off. These are also the bins where inventory might be. I'm not tied to this list. I can walk up to another bin, given the item's permissions and the lot number permissions, and put it away in a different bin. But this is the list in this case where I can select 1A, 1B, I can scan that bin barcode or I can type it in. And when I do that, NetSuite's going to let me know, okay, your bin transfer is complete. I can go ahead and go to the next bin transfer if I have another one to perform. Otherwise, I can just select main menu, and that will take me back to the other activities I need to perform in the warehouse.